Recording is on facebook.com/journeys on TV. On Twitter, it's at Journeys on TV. And on WhatsApp, the number is 0244466606. Now, we start with a renowned educationist, I beg your pardon, and former Vice Chancellor of the University of Education, Professor Anamoah Mensah, who's proposing the adoption of a multi-track system where the 3-term academic calendar system for senior high schools will be reduced to 2 semesters, just like the universities. The professor adds it would create an opportunity for prospective students to be enrolled because that system will be done within 2 separate entries. Even though some people have already shut down this idea, explaining it will not work, I want to know what you think about this proposal.
I don't think it's for the best because already, per my experience in the school I attended, we couldn't complete the syllabus before I completed. So take it, 2 batches are going in a year. That means you have to hurry up and then rush the students through the syllabus for the first part of the year, and then the same thing for the second part of the year. So even in the first place, as it is now, we are not understanding the things we are learning now. So how much more, forcing everything on us, and the brain has its capacity. If we force things on the students, it won't be for the best.
The 2 terms is short though, but education in Ghana now doesn't necessarily mean you spending much time in school. The shorter the period, just that the curriculum must be taken serious.
When you look at the syllabus that the SS people are to use, even that 3 terms in a year, I know that we have first term, second term, third term, that make a complete year for academic year. So if we are to reduce the term to 2 terms, academically it will affect the children. They cannot afford to learn hard, and they cannot even cover the syllabus that they are supposed to do. So I think that if we should do that, it will affect the children well.
Those are some comments from the streets of Accra. Let's check out what we've been posting on Facebook. Okay, so we're trying to get some what you've been posting on Facebook, but before that, let me take some comments on WhatsApp. And this one is coming from okay, Kelvin is just saying good evening to us, and this one from Lumba from Wa, he says that is a move in the right direction. These days, some of the richest men in the system. Okay, no, that's not what he said. So he says this idea is not the best, but looking at the systems, I doubt whether it will work considering its structure.
All right, let's get on to Facebook now. And Edward Barney says 4-year system did not help much in terms of syllabus completion and a whole lot of issues. Reducing it to 2 terms would make it worse than what it is already. Syllabus would be rushed in an attempt to complete it in 2 terms, just to mention but a few. Sir Ordano says, then I think if we're going to face such a challenge, we should extend their stay in school and reduce the holidays. Say first term may take about 5 months and 1 month break. Second term may take about 5 months with 1 month break to complete the academic year. There may be midterm holidays and other public holidays in between though. Edward Bani says 5 months stays too long. This is Africa and Ghana to be precise, and you know students. Anyway, your idea is good. Adnan says it's quite tricky. Most students nowadays enter senior high school much younger, between the ages of 11 and 16 years. Younger people have shorter attention span, and keeping these young chaps in school for a semester of 4 months does not look good. Most of them will become homesick. That's my opinion. And James Abusanga says, how many months are there in a semester? University lessons can be taught with less contact hours, but SHS lessons takes longer time to cover all the syllabus. Though the idea is good, there is a need to adopt the semester system on pilot basis to determine how viable it is.
And Daniel Olahogli says, where is that practiced and what are the results? If the semester system would yield positive results, why not? My only worry is that we have been tossing our education system back and forth like we don't have clear-cut vision. Seth Ejenim Boateng says, sometimes I think some of these professors all right, so that's a bit too harsh. Mustafa Yakubu says this could be a recipe for disaster. Students will fail because of the voluminous nature of the syllabus. And PK says, has he considered completion of the syllabus within the academic year? And those are some comments on Facebook. We see Boateng says discussing important issues like this should be done only by the academicians for them to deliberate and decide, but just as it starts, it will take a political dimension. Our current system needs a total overhaul. This modern day, teachers still practice the writing of lesson notes, something I am yet to get explanation from circuit supervisors. Okay, from circuit supervisors. And on WhatsApp, a lot more of your comments are here. Let me start with Benjamin. Okay, so he's also saying good evening to all staff of where I don't know. And he says, even UDS still finds it relevant to run a trimester system. And believe me, it favored us a lot. Reducing the number of terms would prove fatal to the students' performance. And this one, he also doesn't add any name. He says it's a nice initiative though, but can the children sustain 4 months a semester as university students? That's my worry. And those are some interesting comments on WhatsApp. This one, he didn't add his name. He says tell them they should reduce the syllabus. Okay, that's another advice coming there for you. Also, the youths of Arian Kwanta Zongo have vowed to wage war against the Ghana Police Service if they refuse to give tangible reasons for the shooting of 7 of their colleagues. The 7 were gunned down by the police Tuesday afternoon by explaining they were suspected robbers and had attempted to open fire on the police as they approached them. There are those who feel instances of police targeting and killing wrong persons have become one of too many. Let me hear your take on the situation. And okay, so on Facebook, and we'll be trying to, okay, so please don't call the WhatsApp line. All right, so let's check out some messages on Facebook.
All right, so Nimo says if they are not robbers and not security officers, what are they doing with guns? And if fear comes, ask again. Usu Aqua says, seriously, I'm surprised. The police could have arrested these guys or injured them than to kill them. It's a really nasty situation. Is the police seeking revenge on their dead colleague? Please, let's protect innocent lives. Many are people who have been robbed and killed, but the police has refused to get the culprits. And today a colleague police officer is killed by robbers and action is taking. What about those of us? You are to protect. Every life matters. Robert A.D. says, okay, when they fire at you, then you catch them. Why? And more Emil says, these boys are innocent. And Itaki says, okay. Isaac says, as if you have nothing to say, please just stay off such issues. And let's go on to Apia Kusi, who says, you stop them, but they don't. Whereas coverage videos or photos on the scene to believe whether you police officers started to shoot or the armed robbers. And there are 10 replies there. And well, it's taking a while for the replies to drop. But Baboga says, you have done a wrong thing, and I'm sure you have woken the youth from sleep. So back to the replies on the previous post. You just mentioned armed robbers. So what video evidence do you need again? Free SHS, take advantage. Senior King says, Apia, next time join them. Using Hunuakwa. Ken Eric says, Apia, next time I would like you to go along with your camera. So when there's stop robbers and don't stop, and they start exchanging fire, then you video. At least we will get real war movie to watch. I'll sponsor you and help you do EPL, and the title will be Ghanaian Real War Movie 1 and 2.
Apia Kusi says, okay. And let's check out some comments on WhatsApp. And this one didn't add any name. He says, thumbs up, Joy News, for the good work. And then I'll take this one who also didn't add any name. He says, if those dead men are not robbers, then their people should tell us what they were doing with the guns. And this one says, let the government introduce Sharia law in Ghana. And that's from Abdul Mumin from Limbisi. And this one coming from Solution from Nkwanta South. He says, most policemen are not vigilant because the qualified people are not picked. Protocol on Kwa. Hey, you have evidence. And this one is coming from Inusa from Hohoi. He says, how can the police kill suspected armed robbers? So what is the difference between the police and those who carry out mob justice? The police is becoming unprofessional. Those are some comments on WhatsApp. And finally, as painful as it is to end a relationship, people have different reasons why they walk away from such relationships. Some genuine, others petty. But what if your ex wants you back after a breakup? Will you go?
Well, it's dependent as to whether I'm still single or I'm going out. Yeah, so it's dependent. If I'm alone and I think things will work, why not?
If we separated because of distance, maybe he traveled or something, and he didn't go and cheat, but then he was just giving me space, I would consider taking him back. But apart from that, no.
What are the motives she's coming to me with? Is it because she has been maltreated by the other boyfriend, or there are certain things that are not moving well, that's why she's coming to me? But then I want to also know that a broken heart is not a broken dream. I really have a dream that I'm pursuing. It's not because of her that I'm really living, actually. So when she wants to come back, I am not going to take her based on a reason why she's coming back to me. Perhaps she just say, I just miss you. And so far as she has done it, I know that she's going to do it again.
If you are coming back for me now, why didn't you wait a while and be reasonable and think it through than break up, go through the whole process of healing and staying away from you, and then you come back and you want me to start again? Start what again?
All right, let's check out some messages on Facebook.
Jimmy Victor says, thinking you would say something about the hardship Ghanaians are going through. Example, how much is the dollar to CD now? I was looking at spare parts. We've talked about that previously, okay? Jimmy Victor. Right, Seth Ejenim Boateng says, it would depend on how we broke up and the current state of my relationship. That would determine my decision to go or not. But on the other hand, I can decide to go and pay her back for dumping me, especially if she left me in my unemployment state and now wants me back, because I now have an avenue to enjoy bribe money because I've got a job in public office. From that case, it's just simple. Vote against this MPP government because the relationship can't hold the game due to economic hardship. Then maybe we can be back afterwards. Cherry Suleimana says, I'll first of all try to reflect soberly on the circumstances that led to the breakup, and if she's found to be the causative agent of the breakup, then I will leave her to face the repercussions of her actions. But if otherwise, I'll simply go. Right, Jeremiah says, it will depend on the situation that may hit my ex. Anyway, old friends are always the best. I'll welcome her with 2 hands.
And this one from Gladstone says about the, okay, so if you are gone forever. There's no need to come back again. And this one says, allow her to come and kill me? Oh no. And it's coming from Hamid from Tamale. And this one from Alidu from Salaga. He says, if only she still wants to come back, and so far as I still love her, I will allow her to come. The love is still deep. And this one says, why are politicians playing with it? Okay, so he's still talking about education. And this last one from Abdul Mumin, he says, knowing our religion will be more important than okay, so we'll do some religion lessons sometime. And Mulumba says, even though I have never dated, but I can tell you I will go back so we iron out our differences. To forgive is divine, and so air is human. Let's